All right. Howdy, everybody. And don't you just love that intro music? How catchy is that? So I'm just kicking back. Howdy, Ren. I am actually cooking soup on this cold and rainy day. A rather large pot of it to complement the 15-pound lasagna I made yesterday. That thing was pretty huge, honestly. So, how are things over yonder there in the eastern coast area, Miss Wren? Let's see here. That is the gargantuan lasagna that I made yesterday. And what a mess. It overflowed everywhere. It was massive. Nice and sunny. Well, that hardly sounds like the desert Southwest, where I am. Yep, that for once they were actually correct on the weather. That just me and the missus and our teenage daughter and the dog. She doesn't like soup though. That this is quite the concoction of soup also. Sounds like it has a good roil going on where the soup rolls in the pot while you're cooking it. And it's always nice to not have to stir. So who else is going to join us? Maybe just us. And that's fine. Right? Their loss. Their loss, and they have to back up to see the lasagna. I can't hold the soup in front of the computer like that. So what are you reading right now, Ren? We just finished. What did we just finish? I have to look. I'm reading so many different things. That. We're in Micah. Are we in Micah? Let's see. Obadiah. Jonah. Micah. Yeah, we're in Micah. They're going pretty fast once you get to the smaller prophets. No, what are you reading, Ren? Not what are we living in? Actually, events have been pretty spectacular. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Very grateful to be alive in this day. In this day and age. And who else is here? Who else is here hiding in yon shadow? Yep, it is. That says revealing. What else? What is it the Catholics call it? The Apocalypse of St. John. Howdy, Victoria. Glad you could make it. Soup's on. Quite literally. Hey, did you hear why the racehorse was laying on the ground? Because he lost his giddy up. Okay. I know that's a horrible joke, isn't it? It's not even a good dad joke. Tin Tin. Rin, did you used to watch Rin Tin Tin? Rin Tin Tin. See, that was one of those things I never saw. I just heard people talking about it. And then they started the big rerun thing. I guess it was kind of like Lassie with what? Police or army or something? I don't even know. You don't hear people making the Rin Tin Tin jokes, do you? Whereas Lassie, they're all like, "What, Lassie? Timmy fell down the canyon. We have to call the rescue squad." Yeah, you don't hear that. Don't hear that about Rin Tin Tin. People must be scared to make fun of Rin Tin Tin. Tin for the wheelchair and tin for the Tin Man. Now, I didn't know that Tin Man used to actually be like a trade. There would be some dude pushing a cart along through all the cities, and you'd flag him down and say, "Hey, I need a new coffee pot." And then he'd sit there with his little cart and sheet metal and hammer and stuff, and he'd be like, "Tink, tink, 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 tink," and get it all going. And he'd be like, "Okay, here's your brand new coffee pot. That'll be $1.50." Because it was that long ago. Yep, doing repairs also. Yep. Can you hear that dog? He sounds miserable. I'm not sure why they locked him out of the house. Oh, were you Red? That is really cool. What did you just make like tea sets and servingware and dinnerware and stuff like that? That's pretty cool. Can you do engraving, or did you used to do engraving? Because that is an intriguing skill right there. Bowls and jewelry. Where would we be without cereal bowls? Or soup bowls? Hey, let's stick with the theme, right? The etched in glass. That. Now, how did you do that? Did you do that with chemical etching, or did you do it with a dulled engraver? One of those obnoxious electric pencil things. Who else is hiding in the shadows with us? Diamond? Chance! Where'd you disappear to? Yeah, Funtime's good. Let's see. That, a tool with a diamond point, and then carve like flowers and stuff on it. That is pretty interesting. I remember a dude that was doing was doing engraving on automobile windows, And because it's tempered glass, he had to dull the point, right? He had to round it off so it didn't actually point into it. I got a boil over. I've got a boil over. Let's see here. Maybe I can turn it down a little, huh? And I don't even have that much starch in there. That poor miserable hound. Okay. You're almost done, finally moving. Yep. That's much better than being over a boil. Actually, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Oops. There we go. All right. So yeah, anyways, because of the tempered glass, because if you stab a hard jab of something sharp into tempered glass, it'll shatter, which is why they make those pointy hammers for the automobile escape tools. So you can go ka-tink on your car window when you flip it over and it's already crushed. I can't get over it. Let's see. Whoa, don't do that. What is going on here? Okay. Okay, we almost had a little computer catastrophe there. There we go. All right. So, anyways, yeah, I've been checking this out. Looking at what's on BitChute. They got quite the offerings there. Watch, that'll get this video banned. You can't show BitChute on YouTube. They got this scroller here up at the top. Highlighting different channels. And they got all kinds of goofy stuff on there. They really do. And they say they don't. They say they don't censor. And I guess they probably don't. This is all the categories they're going through, is all the stuff you can't get on regular news or YouTube. Anyways, this guy got kicked off of YouTube a long time ago. A long time ago. And then you got this button, this Explore. Wouldn't believe the stuff they got on there. All sorts. I love this bootleg circus. You got Sasquatch riding Loch Ness. How can you go wrong with that? Oh, I understand, Victoria. I do. Yep. What do you mean, adult voices? Is that worse when it's an adult voice saying, I know you are, but what am I? Yeah, they got all sorts of strange channels upon this. But I guess if you look at the other side of the coin, they aren't censoring voices of Christians or Messianics or Torah observers. So there's that. Anyways. Oh, you know, what is it with people? They're like, hey, our friend just had a baby. You know what we should do? We should give them this obnoxious toy that requires batteries. It makes lots of honking and beeping sounds. Seriously, people, come on. Is that what you want in your house? At all hours of the night? Honk, 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 beep, beep. Or where she had the ones that don't need batteries, like those stupid popcorn machines. You know what I'm talking about. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's the one. Everybody's going to know exactly what I'm talking about when I show it to you. Trying to find the best picture for it. Here's a nice big one. Let's see. That poor miserable dog. Oh my goodness. There, this thing. Remember those? Pop, 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 pop. And then your toddler starts using it for a cane, so they can run with it. Prrrrap, prrrrap. That. Yes, that's the ones. Yeah, don't blame me there. If you bring something to my kids that needs batteries, you're gonna need bandages. Yep. Let's see. I guess they actually have a little obnoxious popcorn maker too that makes plastic popcorn that your children can't eat. Now they're thinking, right? Hey, there's Ashley. Howdy, Ashley. Yep. I don't know. Sound check. Can you hear that dog? He sounds like a 1 pup pound. Chance, are you working? What's going on, man? He's pretty quiet. He's like just doing it enough, like, so he can keep it going. He's trying not to wear himself out. He's going, oh, let me in. See, but I think they have guests over, and he's not allowed around the guests. Which, come on, take 15 minutes a day for a couple of weeks and train your dog. And I don't mean electrocute him. I mean, just take some time. Train your dog. Sit. Good boy. Right? Here, eat this. Stay there. Have you done that one? Sit down. Sit. Stay. And then move further and further away from them. And then you always get to that point in the dog's training where you're seeing how far away you can get from them. You can turn around and they're gone. It's okay at the house. At the park, not so much. We should probably train children like that. Or not. I guess you could get in trouble for that. And then what about where you get, when the dog gets older and learns the routine? And so they just figure, okay, they told me to stay, and then this is going to happen next. So I'll help them out and I'll go ahead and not stay. and go over there so they don't have to work as hard. So then the dog trains the human. So the human, instead of saying stay, the human says stay, 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 stay right there, stay, stay. And then the dog says, well, if I can still hear his voice, he still wants me to stay right here. Turnip greens. I got a bunch of kale in my soup. In my soup. Look at that face. Chance, you are the stereotypical bearded Southerner right there. There's nothing wrong with that. There isn't. Don't even care. Okay, yeah, I do. I gotta check and see if it is actual boil over or pretend one. No, it's just the lid somehow overriding the pot. Not sure how that works. Look at that. That's going to be a good one. Pretty sure it's garlic soup at this point. Which means when I go to do prep shopping tomorrow, people in the store will be like, dun, 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 dun. What is that smell? Hat broke. And I think that means, like here, we got La Chancla. That's a fine Hispanic tradition of pulling off your flip-flop and commencing to whooping. You don't see the dads do it, just the moms. You'll be walking through a grocery store and you'll hear whap, bap, 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 whap, bap, bap, bap. Stop that crying, or when we get home, you're really gonna get it. Okay, maybe it doesn't quite go like that. Of course, it depends on the supermarket. Because there are definitely supermarkets where you can't do that. I remember Jerry Clower. Didn't he start out as a salesman? Traveling salesman? For like corporate sales? I think he was like, man, because you tell them about the product. You got an hour to speak and it takes you 10 minutes to tell them about the product. So he got in the habit of telling jokes. I think, if that's who I'm thinking of. Jerry Clower. Jerry Clower. Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of. For those of you that don't know, not a very big picture, but you'll get an idea. Southern humor. I think, is that an owl or a raccoon? So, oh man. Hey, who wants to read? Who's going to read this coming Sabbath? Who's going to read on Sabbath? Hmm. It's the song that never ends. I don't know. Does it sound like a popcorn machine, Victoria? What about that song, Popcorn? Yep, they do have. That is a pretty good one. Oh, who is that? It's a spam caller. Should I answer it? Let's see. Hello. Nothing.
If you or a loved one have used Johnson and Johnson baby powder and or shower baby powder and have been diagnosed with ovarian cancer within the past 10 years, you may be entitled to a major cash settlement.
Sexist lawyer. Okay. We better confirm that as spam. Otherwise, we're not going to hear the end of it. There we go. Block. And what else? There we go. So, that's the way it rolls, huh? Get rid of that. It's like it never came. The miracle of a ringing phone. Speaking of ringing phones, did you all get that latest message from El Presidente on your cell phone? Or was that just me? I'm just kidding. He hasn't contacted me yet, but I have a feeling he will. Yeah, it's funny because I just happened to be hanging out with Jimmy from Tucson when they did that test over, what was that? When was that? That was last year, huh? Arkansas, Victoria. Is that over there in Australia? What are we talking about here? Code Orange. L'Orange. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know about those awards or the infernal science projects that are mandatory. Seriously, that ought to be considered forced religion or something. Because the kids that actually do science, nah, they're just like, nobody wants to know about true science. Look, Chauncey made a solar system again. Hey, that's the way they do school. Pass the test, forget the rest. That's why when people get out of college, they're like, duh. Yep. Yeah, it's kind of funny that this one school our daughter was going to, they had science fair because everybody partakes. All the schools partake in that. But then they had they gave all the kids like 5 stickers or something like that, and they put that, they had like peer awards is what these stickers were, right? Maybe it's 4 stickers. And you got like your first favorite, your second favorite, and then first science and second science. I don't remember exactly how it was. Anyways, one year our daughter made cheese from scratch. Photographed the whole process and everything. And that was like the total peer award. There were stickers all over her science chart. It was pretty cool. Now that's awesome. Teachers hate it when you question them. Oh, now the fire of Yah wants to show up. Howdy, the fire of Yah. Oops, can't spell that. I love how they say, you don't understand. It's nuclear fission. So that's why the sun isn't going to burn out in our lifetime. Okay, dude. Yes, that same person. Is it true that a shadow can never be more narrow than the object casting the shadow? That's right. How come the moon's shadow is only 90 miles wide? You're an idiot. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I forget that who's that Japanese physicist? Let's see, what's his name? I'm gonna have to look him up. What is that guy's name? This guy. I've seen him more than once, right? Dr. Michio Kaku. Hey, that's right. That's right. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about him, Chance, is he says, whoops, there we go. He says flat out, I'll tell you that in the realm of, right, you got physics and then you have quantum physics. But in the realm of quantum physics, when it gets to the number 10 to the negative 28th power, you've passed into the realm of impossibility. And he flat out tells you that the stuff they're talking about of Earth hurtling through space and the solar system and galaxies spinning and everything is like 10 to the 10 trillionth negative power possibility of happening. He says, it's not even close. We're not even in the ballpark. We have no idea what we're doing. We're just throwing stuff out there. And that's the way it is. I think it's Ashley's mom's birthday, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So what in the world? But then the people that think they're followers of him, or Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'm Neil deGrasse Tyson. I don't know anything, but okay. He, you know, the people that follow them or hold them up, they lift them up as some type of prophets or something. Those people, they're like crazy. Anyways, it reminds me of the bumper sticker that says, "Dear Lord, please protect me from your followers." Except in this case, it's scientists that have no idea what they're doing. Well, here's the thing. The whole reason they invented quantum physics is to explain stuff that was impossible in physics. It's a disconnect. It's the whole reason they invented it, was so that they could pull the wool over everybody's eyes and say, see, if you go through this 500-page math problem, it proves that I'm correct. Huh. It's funny how you say hi to Chance, but not to me. Yeah. And howdy, Landon. All right. So, since I got you all live time, what are you all doing? You thinking I should finish up this series on the Republic? Howdy, Billy. Hello, Billy. What is the can't think of that guy's name. He did the really off-color cartoons, but he just reminded me, and it shows this Old West. It's a drawing of an Old West, and there's getting ready to be a gunfight, and people are saying, "Don't be a fool, Billy." And he doesn't have any arms. He's just got hands sticking out of his shoulders. Yeah, isn't that funny? But technically, his answer was correct. Okay. Anyways, the okay, I'm getting lost in the chat there. So that's why. What's that cartoonist's name, Rin? Nope, not that. That. Yeah, that's the guy. Can't think of his name though. Maybe we can find that cartoon. Huh? Hey, John Callahan. So this is what I was talking about. I guess he doesn't have hands. It's pretty rough. All right. Well, now that everybody's here, who's ready to go home? So what do you think? Are you guys ready for the next installment of the Republic? Are you ready? We will take a democratic vote on whether or not you want to continue with the Republic. Oops, there. True. There's a comedian I've been looking for who he was pretty bad off with, I don't know what he had, cerebral palsy or something. He was in the electric wheelchair. And he told a couple of jokes that were like kind of funny. And then he just let loose. No mercy. Oh my goodness. It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I don't know when it is. It'll be soon though. See, what it is I do the research on this stuff and then it's like, well, how does that fit in? How does that fit in? And then at 2 a.m, I'll wake up and I'll say, oh, that's how it works. And then come out and start furiously pounding away on the keyboard. Chance, I wanted to ask you, dude. I'll ask you later, but question about Army stuff. No, it's pretty interesting. No, it's not that guy. He's pretty entertaining too. There's talking about the Republic. If you guys have been watching that, the supreme law of Rome being the 12 tablets, the 12 tables, and then modeled after that the U.S. Constitution. And then if you look, there's a lot of stuff going on right now where they're, you hear people all the time, it's against the Constitution, it's against the Constitution, and they're just parrots. But then now you got this lawsuit from Texas. This is a test of the Constitution. This is a test of the law of the land. And it's going to be interesting to see the way this plays out. State versus state in a lawsuit, only one place to handle it. It's at the Supreme Court. Pretty interesting. So my friend was asking me, he said, are you going to take the vaccine? I said, no. And then a couple of days later, he says, are you going to take the vaccine? Or no, he didn't. He didn't say that. He said, when are you going to take the vaccine? And I said, when all my magazines are empty, my knife is dull from the coagulated blood on the blade, and a team of 10 of them hold me down. And then he gets all serious. Really? Yeah, really? Why would I take that? I'm not taking it. They are going to have to force it upon me. Hey, Billy, thanks for dropping by. Praise our Father, man. Amen. We will talk to you very soon. Hopefully, we'll see you for the reading in a couple of days. Oops, there we go. I would agree with that. But if you're watching that series on the Republic, you know why I'm enjoying it immensely, because it is right in your face. It's right in your face. How are you going to deny what is going down? Oh yeah. Well, they can't ban me on BitChute. Well, YouTube can't ban me on BitChute. I guess YouTube can ban me, can't they? From YouTube. You know what? I already was talking about the. I was already talking about the trending videos on BitChute. They'll have to go back and look at it at the very beginning. Rand and I were talking about it, but right here, I'll share this with you. Let's look at this. Okay, so if you want to see some pure garbage filth, okay, so you got your YouTube homepage, right? But then if you click on trending, you got to be kidding me. Okay, so we got SpaceX. Is that the one that they hijacked from David Carrico? Got SpaceX, right? But then, okay, Minecraft, Netflix. I don't know who this guy is. Some rapper from somewhere, right? Look at this. These are the most popular videos. 4 million views, 2.5 million views, 1.5 million. Circus and Bread, Grand Theft Auto. Look, a drag race. Meet the Queens. That's in the top videos. North Hollywood. I'm sure it's going to be violence and drugs and everything. Various stuff. These are the most popular. 10 million views. Right? Oh, AirPods. I got to get more AirPods, man. Seriously. This guy's going to eat 10,000 calories of Flamin' Hot Cheetos, 3.2 million views. Why? Well, I don't understand. What's all the interest in that? Yeah. And they go on and on. It's just, I cannot believe that people have that stuff. $19.18. Well, most of the deaths were caused by overprescription of aspirin. They were giving 3,000 milligrams of aspirin per hour. My gosh, can you imagine that? Being a patient, doctor, it feels like my stomach is burning out from the inside. Nonsense, we're going to make you better, son. Now, would you like a cigarette? Okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I got a couple that are missing that haven't showed up in other places. Well. All right. Well, we've been rambling for quite a while. If you want to read with me in a couple of days live, we're still in Isaiah. We're doing chapters 15 through 19. It'll be awesome. Awesome. Yeah. All right. And what do we have? We had that weird Canadian constantly. Isaiah is my favorite book. I can't wait to get into Isaiah. Isaiah. And then where is she? Crickets. Crickets. But I still love you, Gwen. All right. Everybody, I love you. We'll see you very soon. Thanks for showing up. If Matt was here, he would tell you to like, to share, to subscribe. Before I go, okay, remember when I was young, back before I had gray hair, that in school, if you don't have enough to share with everybody, then you can't bring it. You're not being nice. You need to share. You need to share, share, share. And then now, little kids in school, what are you doing giving him some of your sandwich? We don't share. You're a horrible child. How dare you give some of your food to poor starving Timmy? Okay, anyways, I love you guys.